Hi, welcome to this computer training powered by Tom Junior Technologies. First of all, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Ukeme Tom. I am the founder of Tom Junior Technologies. I am a smart computer enthusiast with specialty on productivity tools. I am the presenter of Tech Corner, an online series of tech tutorials that is shared on social media. I am also a private tutor of basic computer skills. Now, today is not a day for a lot of talking, so let's get started with what's in the package. So, we have Excel where we will learn autofill and how to customize autofill, and then you also learn flash fill, how to sort and filter data, how to remove duplicate data, and then how to freeze pens, how to perform basic calculations using Microsoft Excel formulas and functions, and how to also use the AutoSum formula. In MS Word, you're going to learn how to insert two columns in one page, how to partition your page into two columns, and then how to change orientation from landscape to portrait both in one document, and then how to use Format Painter, the most important tool that is always overlooked. And then we are also going to look at how to automate table of contents and how to use the AutoSum formula, which is in Microsoft Excel, how to use it on Microsoft Word. And we are also going to look at how to sort and filter data in MS Word too. And we are also going to practice some keyboard shortcuts. And then we also move to ChatGPT, the AI tool. So we are going to look at how to use ChatGPT for research and how to use it to find a job. Okay, that's what we have in the package. Now let's get started. Okay, here we are in Microsoft Excel. So we are going to start with the autofill. Now autofill is a short word for automatically filling a series of data. So it is an acronym for automatic filling. Okay, so you'll use it when you want to automatically fill a series of data. It can be text, it can be numbers. So first of all, before you can get autofill, you must first of all establish a pattern. For example, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's a series. Okay, so if you highlight it now and then come to this tiny box by the corner, all right, click there and drag, it automatically fills continuously from that pattern that you established. So that's how it's called autofill. You can also do it with another series of number, like let's say 1, 3, 5. Okay, so next thing is just highlight it, come to this corner. When your cursor turns to black, then you click there and drag and you autofill it. So that's how it autofill. You can see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. It continues that way. So that's it. So you don't only use autofill with numbers, you can use it with text. For example, Monday. Okay, now in the case of text, you don't need to enter up to 3 different kind of text. It already understands that Monday, next comes is Tuesday. So you click and drag and autofill, and that's it. Okay, so there is also what we know as a fill series, which makes it easy for you to autofill numbers faster than even the autofill. Now with the fill series, you simply type 1. Now let's say I want to fill down up to 100 or 300. You may not have to click and drag to 300 when using autofill. So instead of that, you use fill series. So in that case, you press, you type 1, and then you go home, go to the home tab, and then you come down to the editing part here, and then click here on fill, and then come down to series. Now you want to fill the columns. Columns are these ones that are numbered ABC, while rows are the ones numbered 1, 2, 3. So columns, you want to fill columns from 1 to, let's say, 40. All right, so that's it, and then you click OK, and it automatically fills down till 40 for you. So that's a beautiful way to autofill using fill series. All right, and then next in that lesson is we are going to also look at how to customize autofill. Now we go here to the file menu, and then come down to options. Now under options here, you see advanced. Okay, you click under advanced, and then scroll down to where you see custom autofill. All right, okay, see here, edit custom list. So you click there. Now you can see here, you see Sunday, sun, month, and then you see the full typing here, Sunday, Monday, and then you see Jan in shorts and January to December in full. And then so I added this to the list, Abia, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, which is the list of capital cities in Nigeria. So that's how you add. You can simply come here and type your own list and fill, and then when you type your own list here, you click on add, and then click on OK, and your list also will be added here. For example, if you have a list of names that you always write repeatedly, or a list of departments, or maybe something like that that you always type every time in series like that, you can add them here to the custom list, so that it will be easy for you to just type one of the names, and then click and drag, and the rest will autofill for you. All right, let's see how that works. Now we have the Abia, Umuahia. Okay, let's start with Jigawa. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Okay, see Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi. It goes like that in that series. If you keep autofilling, it goes like that until it gets to Abia, which was the first, and then it will reach Akwa Ibom. Okay, so that's how you get your autofill customized. So you can also add your own list to that autofill, custom autofill, and you have it there. All right, so that's it. So the next lesson here on Microsoft Excel is flash fill. So flash fill, just like autofill, in this case flash fill is used when you want to repeat a field series, okay, or you want to change the pattern of a already filled series. Okay, so for example here, okay, let me first of all add a column here. Let me add a column here. To add a column, you press the control and space bar. Okay, you press control key and space bar. Let me unmatch this first. Okay, so you press the control key and space bar to highlight the whole column, and then to add a new column, you press the control key, the shift key, and the plus, and it automatically add a new column there. Okay, let's say your boss came in and saw these names like this, and he said, no, I need only the first names, I need only the first names. You should remove all the middle name. Okay, in that case, if you start to copy out these names to delete the second names uh, uh, by a manual way, it will take a whole long time to do that. So you use the flash fill to do that. So here you can be anywhere in the middle of the series, okay, and just type one of the names, Cecilia, okay, and then maybe you want to add plus Calabar, okay, or something like that. Okay, so you can add Cecilia uh, and then add Calabar. Okay, so let's let's see that how it goes. Then after that, when you finish that, the next thing you're gonna do now is to press Ctrl E. Now you see it has duplicated the rest of the names that are in that column exactly the way you did it, plus the at Calabar that you added. Okay, so let's say we don't want at Calabar, we want only Cecilia. Okay, and then you press Ctrl E. Now you see it extracts the first names alone. Okay, so you can also do it with the second name. All right, so let's say we come here and type. All right, let's remove this. Okay, come here and type Jude. Hit enter and then press Ctrl E, and now you see it has extracted the second names alone and left the first names. Okay, so that's how uh, flash fill works. Okay, flash fill is very smart. Okay, but what one thing you need to know about flash fill is that if you're on the if the data is on the right hand and you want to flash fill on the left hand, it might not work. So the data that you want to flash fill must be on the left hand, while your new column will be on the right hand. So it can actually be here under this place, it can be anywhere on the right hand, but it must not be on the left hand. All right, okay, so that's what you need to know. Okay, that's it for flash fill. Next thing we are going to look at right now is uh, sort and filter. Now sort and filter is used when you are trying to sort out a range of data. For example, let's say we need to know only male students. We want to know how many male students are in this group. So you use sort and filter to do that. So to do that, you first of all highlight the column that contains the name, the data that you want to sort, and then you go home to the home tab and then come down to editing also, and then you come here and see here sort and filter. So sort and filter organize your data so it's easier to analyze. All right, so you click there, and then now you want to sort either A to Z or Z to A, or you want to sort it customly. All right, so I can choose to sort A to Z, and it prompts on how if it wants to continue the selection to the rest of the columns, so that what is arranged here will affect here. So I want only current selection, so I select that and say sort, and it sorts that. All right, uh we can also use another way to do that sort and filter. So I go to edit and then I click on sort. Now I want to add filter, so I add the filter handle. Now you can see the tiny arrow there. So I click there now and sort. So you can now use that and sort either the female or male. Now let's keep only the female and then remove the blanks. Only the female students should be sorted out this time. So I click OK. Now you can see it has sorted out. Only the female and the males have disappeared. Okay, data for only the female students have appeared here. All right, so that's it. That's how you use sort and filter. So to insert that sort and filter uh, handle, you just click on the part that you want to insert the sort and filter handle, and then you go to edit and then click here on the sort and filter, and then come here and click on the filter, and then it will apply. All right, so I can actually highlight all the heading here, go to sort and filter, click here, and then click on filter, and it adds the filter handle to all the headers. Makes it easy to just sort a particular range. Now I can sort a particular okay, I can unselect here and then sort a particular year that I want. I click here, okay, now I get my answer. So that's how you use the sort and filter function. Very important tool in Microsoft Excel. All right, that's it for sort and filter. So another thing we are going to look at now is remove duplicates. Now there are three ways to remove duplicate values in Microsoft Excel, simply using that function. Okay, all right, let's look at it. Now the next thing we are going to look at now is freeze spans. Now freeze spans is used when you have a large set of data that you cannot view all in one screen. Okay, for instance, now you see this numbering 1 to 40. By the time I go down to number 30, I cannot see the headers anymore. I cannot see which under which header I'm still typing on. Okay, so that's when you need the freeze spans function. All right, so to insert freeze spans, you have to be under the header that you want to frozen, and then if you also want to frozen the first column, you also have to be on the second column to be able to frozen the first column. So here I am on the under the headers. All right, the next thing I'll do is I'll go to the view tab, and then under the view tab here, you can see freeze spans here. So when you click here on the freeze spans, you click on freeze spans again. Or you can see here, if I click on this freeze spans, it will frozen both the headers and also the first column. If I frozen only the top, it will only frozen the top, or if I choose this, it's also only frozen the first column. So in this case, I want to frozen both the top and the first column. So here we go. Now if I scroll down, you can see the header still remains where it was, and if I scroll to the right also, you can see it also keeps the numbering in view. All right, okay, you can see now it also keeps the numbering in view while I scroll to the right. All right, that's it. That's how you use the freeze spans. All right, there's a shortcut to that. Okay, there's a shortcut to frozen that to apply freeze spans. You just simply be on where you want, is the position that you want to frozen, and then press the alt key, W, F, and F again, and okay, and it will frozen the, okay, it has already applied. So that's it. Let me unfrozen it and do it again. So it is the Alt key. Let me bring out the keyboard. Okay, so keyboard. So this is the Alt key. When you press the Alt key, you press W. All right, so Alt key, W, F, and then F 2 times. All right, and then you get your free spans done for you. So again, let me do it now. All right, so the Alt key, Alt, W, F, F, and it frozens the both the first column and the top row, top headers. All right, so that's it. So that's it with free spans. Okay, the next thing in our list here on Microsoft Excel is how to perform calculations in Microsoft Excel. So performing calculation in Microsoft Excel is pretty simple. You simply use it like the calculator. Microsoft Excel is powerful, so you can actually start calculating anything you want by simply pressing the equal sign. Unlike the calculator where you calculate and then end up with the equal sign, in Microsoft Excel you start with the equal sign and then continue your calculation. For example, here equal sign 45 plus 15, hit enter, and then you get your result. So that's it. You can also do multiplication, so equal sign 5 multiplied by 8, and then you hit enter and you get your answer. So another way you can practice perform calculation in Microsoft Excel. Now this is the manual way of performing calculation. Another way you can perform calculation is when there is already data in the worksheet, and then you have to refer to those data to perform your calculation. For example, let's say here we have these numbers here and then this, so we can simply say here equal sign, you refer to this, and then plus, and then you refer to this, and then you hit enter and you get your results. Okay, so that's how to, you can do that with multiplication, you can do that with division and subtraction. All right, so that's the automated way. So another way you can do that is you can actually have no numbers at all on the worksheet. Okay, you can have zero data in the worksheet, but you perform calculation before you enter the data. So let's see how that works. So here, let's mark this place and keep as what we use for our data entry. Okay, all right, so that we know where data are. Okay, so here we'll perform calculations here, like example equal sign. Let's assume this is a table of, okay, let me put the header so that you not be confused. Okay, so this is a quantity. Okay, this is quantity. All right, and then this is price. All right, and then this is total or amount. All right, now this is a typical sales template. So all you need here is quantity multiplied by price to get the total sales. So you just come here and say equal sign quantity multiplied by price, and then you hit enter and it gives you the result there. So you can use autofill. Remember autofill? You can use autofill to also fill the result. So here we are. Now the place is already automated. Now that's a typical template. So now all you need to is come here and enter. Okay, let's start with price. Let's say 5,000. All right, 250. So let's just give prices there. All right, all right. Okay, so those are prices, and then now quantity. So quantity here, being that the price is already in place, so anytime you enter quantity, the amount here will automatically calculate itself. So let's see how that goes. So here we have uh, 5, okay, 25. Now you can see it has automatically calculated itself there. So you can put another figure here. Now you see that's how it works. Okay, so that's another way to perform calculation in Microsoft Excel. Now this kind of calculation that I'm doing now is called uh, relative referencing. So that is relative referencing, by relatively referring to the cell that contains the data and another cell that contains the data. Okay, there is also another way to perform calculation that is called absolute referencing. Now absolute referencing, unlike the relative referencing, will refer to a particular cell repeatedly, while relative referencing while relative referencing, on the other hand, can refer to as many cells flexibly, while uh, meanwhile absolute reference is rigid, it's not flexible. Okay, so let's see how to use relative and absolute referencing. Now you remember how we used to do multiplication table, so 2 times 1 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 4. So let's do that. Let's try that now. Okay, so let's say you have your uh, numbering here, so 1 2 3. Okay, now let's fill that 1 to 12. All right, okay, it should be 12. All right, okay, okay, let it be there. Okay, and then you have here your multiplication number, so let's keep it at maybe 8. All right, and then here you have your results here. So here you have here equal sign. So I'm going to multiply this multiplied by this, so 8 times 1, 8 times 2, like that. So I'm going to start with equal sign, and then this. So being that I'm going to apply absolute, being that I'm going to multiply all these numbers by only this number. Okay, so that's where I'm going to apply absolute reference to, so that everybody refers to one cell. Okay, so that's where you have absolute reference. So to get the absolute reference, you have to use, let me bring my keyboard again. So to get that absolute reference, you have to press F4. You press the F4 key immediately after referring to the cell that contains the value that you want to apply absolute reference. You press F4. So the next thing I'm gonna do now is press F4. Now absolute reference is applied to that cell, so I can now add my multiplication sign, and then I click on the next reference, and then I hit enter. Now I'll use the autofill again to autofill the results. Beautiful. So I can now come here and change this to 5, and then you have a 5 multiplication table, and can change to 2, and we have a 2 times table. All right, that's absolute reference. Now the difference between that absolute reference and relative reference is that if I change this 3 now to 8, it will only affect the line that that 3 was. It will not affect the rest of the result. But if I change these two, you can see, you already saw that it affected the rest of the result. So that's the difference there. The flexibility is the difference. Okay, so we're almost done with Microsoft Excel. So our last uh, lesson here in Microsoft Excel is the AutoSum. So the AutoSum function is used when you're calculating a set of cells, and then is a data set that when you are calculating a data set that needs to be summarized. All right, so that's when you use the AutoSum. All right, so let's see how that works. Now this is sales report for weekly and monthly in a month. Okay, so this is the weeks in a month. This is the days of the week, and then week 1, week 2, week 3. Now you want to start summarizing these results now. So you have to, if you don't know how to use the auto sum, you start with equal sign and then start adding up these numbers, like this plus this plus this, and then that's it. So meanwhile, with the auto sum, you can simply summarize that. So the auto sum function is always it's always here on the data tab, sorry, on the formulas tab. When you come to the formulas tab here, you come here to auto sum, and then you see it here, auto sum. You see the sum, average, count, max, and mean, and then this is also the auto sum function. All right, okay, so let's see how that works. So here we are under the cell that the range of cells that we want to calculate. So the next thing we simply do is click on the auto sum, and it will summarize that calculation. All right, being that there was empty cell there, that's why it cannot calculate that. So I'll bring this one here. All right, and then I'll also bring this one here. All right, now let's try that again. So come here and click on auto sum, and then you see it has highlighted the area that it wants to calculate. So the next thing you simply do is hit enter and get your results. So that's it. Now I can use that and autofill the rest, and you get the answers. All right, so you see it has summarized this one. If I double click here, you can see that it summarized this. Okay, if I double click here, you see it has summarized here, and then there also. So that's how you use the auto sum function to simply sum up a range of data. Now there is also a shortcut key to that. So the shortcut key to use auto sum is simply alt equal sign. So you'll be under the range that you want to calculate, and then you press the alt key with your left hand while you press the equal sign, and it will automatically summarize. So here, alt equal sign, and that's all. And the next thing you do is just hit enter, and you get your result. It's as simple as that. uh, uh, I hope that is beautiful. So you can simply highlight your text. You can also highlight your data. Highlight your data, and then you press the alt equal sign. All right, so you highlight your data like this, and then you press the alt equal sign. All right, and then you have your results there. So it is simple. So that's the beautiful